All right, everybody, welcome back. It's been a couple months since my last video when I covered putting the Fly LEDs kit together for the leading edges. And since then, I have assembled the left wing flap, which is going to be the next couple of videos that I put out, just kind of going over that process. So we had a few things come up over the last 2 months that have kind of blocked me from being able to work on anything and put videos together. Mostly we had a wildfire that came by. It got to within 10 miles of the house here. We were forced to evacuate. And so that took some time. Fortunately, we came back. Everything was fine. It was just real smoky, and I'll put some pictures up to kind of show what it was like around here. But also, I've recently sold my Piper Cherokee 235, which some may or may not know that I had. It was a fun airplane, and I had it for about 3 years, but the engine went bad, and so instead of putting that amount of money to replace that, I decided that's going to stay here with this RV-14 project. So I was able to sell that to someone that was willing to take that on as a project, and actually part of the trade for that was I got a 1978 Corvette. So I can't complain too much. It's the wife's favorite car, so it worked out all right, and I enjoy the car. In its place, though, in the place of the Cherokee, we also recently purchased my wife's grandfather's Piper Vagabond. It's a 1944 Piper Vagabond. And it's a beautiful airplane. I'll show some pictures of that as well. So, few changes around here, but now it's starting to get into the fall season, and my focus is getting back onto this RV-14. My goal is to be able to get the fuselage kit on order within the next month or two, with the expectation that I'll get the actual kit sometime in January, February, as right now, as I last saw, it was about a 10-week lead time on the fuselage kit. So the process now is I'm going to start working on the left aileron, but these couple of videos that you're going to see here are going to be kind of catching up with some of the previous videos of putting the flap together. So with that, again, thank you for bearing with me. Welcome back, and I'm glad to be back working. Let's get to work. And I also wanted to say, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I have several new viewers over the last couple months, and I haven't had a chance to say welcome to those who have joined my channel. My goal in putting these videos together is to kind of show my process. It's not going to be the right answer for everybody, but it's what I did to get this plane put together. And my hope is that there are those out there who might see my videos and see a different way that a step was performed, or if they have a question on how to do a step, then they might see this and it might provide them some guidance. I always enjoy getting questions and comments from viewers, and oftentimes I'll try to make a point of putting a video out in response to a question, such as during my fuel tanks. I had several questions on specific steps, and I was able to put a video together to kind of show that process. So again, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you have any questions or comments, by all means, leave them down below. Now this year is my good friend Andy. He and his wife Justine drove up from Sacramento to spend a weekend with us, and so he wanted to come out and help with a couple things on the airplane and just kind of get involved with it. And I'm always more than happy to have someone come out and experience this. Andy and I served in the Navy together for many, many years. He and I and my wife actually all went to the Navy together, and we've been very good friends ever since. So it's always a great chance to get together with him whenever he comes up or I go down to California. So as you see here, we're working on putting the first portions of pieces together for the flap. This is probably about 1.5 years, almost 2 years since I did the right flap, and it took a little getting used to. It's you want to say it's like riding a bike where you get right back on, but it took some thinking to kind of get back into the process of how to put this thing together. And so here I'm starting to get the ribs ready. The process has you cut off a little tab at the very bottom so that you can get access to it when you go to rivet the skins to the rib there. But like I said, it'd been so long since I'd done the previous flap, there are several steps where I really had to look into it. And so there are those who are on the train of thought of do both wings together. And I kind of, after this experience, follow that train of thought. I wish I had have done that, in that, I did both fuel tanks at the same time. I kind of wish I'd have done both sets of flaps and both sets of ailerons at the same time before really getting into the bodies of the wings themselves. Just because you've tackled how to do it once, and so you can get it all done. Whereas, like I did it, I tackled how to get it done once, but then it'd been so long I forgot how I had done it, and so I had to retrain myself and rethink about how I'm doing it. So I'm kind of back, a little too late now, but I'm on that bandwagon of doing both wings simultaneously, and at least the components of it, if nothing else. It certainly helped when I was doing the fuel tanks. Now the rest of this video is going to be getting to the point of getting the frame clecoed together. And like I said, it was a good amount of time since I had last started working on this project, and so it was really nice getting back into it. And so now that I've got the flaps going, I'll soon have the ailerons going and completed, and I'll have the left wing done and ready for the fuselage kit. And as I said in the intro, my goal is to hopefully within the next month or two get the fuselage on order. That would put it somewhere about February or March that I would most likely receive or be able to pick up the fuselage kit. That's one of the nice things about moving back up here to Oregon, is I can actually drive to Vans. It's about a half hour away, and I can go pick up my kits. I don't have to spend all that money to have it freighted and risk getting the parts damaged during shipping. So that's going to be an amazing experience from now on. So as I said, from here, I'm just going to get the frame assembled and get it ready to start, final assembly here. But again, to all those that are new to the channel, welcome. If you have any questions or comments, by all means, leave them down below. And to those who continue to watch these videos, thank you for staying with me and watching and following along as I put this project together. I do really enjoy the interaction with everybody, with questions, comments as I go along. And it really helps to kind of keep me motivated. So keep the comments coming, and we'll see you all next time.